Welcome back to Fix Dish. Got a 2015 Murano. We're gonna do the oil change. Pretty simple video, straightforward. The vehicle requires a 0W20. We're going full synthetic. And the Wix filter for this engine that I'm using is a 51-358. We'll go through the process of an oil change, which is pretty easy. You can definitely do it on yourself. And then also the mileage reset, just because it's kind of weird how you do it on this vehicle. So yeah, let's go ahead and change the oil and let's get after it. So to do this job, you don't need a whole lot of tooling. You need an oil pan, an oil filter wrench of some sort. Hopefully that's not too tight. Socket, you can use a wrench too to get the oil plug off. A funnel, some brake clean, and rags. You don't have to have brake clean. You can just wipe it off, it's fine. I just like to make sure things are clean and dry. So this is something you'd want to have along the lines of to make this oil change. I also recommend having the wheels turned all the way to the right. The oil filter, although it's kind of hidden, it's right back behind this panel. And here's our oil filter wrench. Something approximately the right size for the new oil filter. Now the filter itself is just kind of hidden behind this panel. You can take these clips off to gain access to it. You really don't have to. You can kind of bend this out of the way. So like I said, it's kind of hidden, but it's right behind that panel. Get that loosened up. It does make a little bit of a mess, unfortunately. Not really a good way to do that, but there's our oil filter off. You'll always want to verify that you got the gasket off. You'll want to pre-lubricate the new filter. I just get a little bit of clean oil on my finger there. Just go around, get a little bit of oil on there. Then we'll reach up inside here. There we go, got the new oil filter in there. Just wipe off around the area as best you can. And if you live in the Midwest or Rust Belt, you'll just look at this as corrosion protection. About dead center of the vehicle. Another thing about this vehicle is the oil drain is in a very convenient spot. It's on the back side here of the oil pan. So go ahead and break that loose and we can let it drain out onto that plastic piece and just wipe it off real good when you're done. So this is doable without a jack and jack stand. It's 14 millimeter. You can use a wrench or a socket. I use a socket, and hopefully it's not on too ungodly tight. So we got it broke loose. Let's go ahead and get this draining. So there we go. Got the plug out. Got it draining. Like I said, not a convenient spot, but at least you don't have to take the plastics off. And as soon as this is done draining, we'll stick the drain plug back in. And then we'll do the best we can to start wiping this off. All right, so we got this down to the last little bit, dribbling out. All right, jump in here. Get our drain plug put in. And then you'll want to try to wipe this off as best you can. It's not exactly the cleanest process, but you don't have to take all this plastic off, which a lot of times the little tabs will break off or the little fasteners will break off, and then you can't put it back the way you want to. That's part of the reason why I don't take them off. This part back here is from the oil filter. I wiped that off pretty decently, but we'll try some more here. There we go. That's halfway decent. There we go. Everything kind of wiped off. Now we just need to tighten our drain plug. You don't need to go crazy tight. Well, like 10, 15 foot-pounds. Plenty. Now we're drained. Let's go ahead and move on to the actual oil change. We'll go ahead and open our vehicle. We'll pop our hood right here. Go ahead and pull up on that. The hood should pop up a little bit, and your latch is just to the right of the Nissan emblem. You'll pull it to the left, and hopefully your hood shocks work. So right here, here's our engine. Here's where we fill our oil up. Let's set that right there. Don't forget about it. We got our funnel put in there. According to the user manual, it's 5 quarts of oil. And we are using 0W20. This is the what I consider the most satisfying part of this. That means we're almost done. Now while that's draining down, I like to check my fluids just to prevent any unknown things to happen. As our radiator cap, make sure you're always checking this engine cold. Do not take this off when it's hot. You'll regret it. Here's our recovery bottle. This is not a closed cooling system, so a modest amount of evaporation between oil changes is okay, especially an engine with several thousand miles. We're above the minimum. We're well below the maximum, so we do need to fill that up a little bit. Here's our power steering fluid, which actually look like we're low. We'll have to add some to that. We'll have to figure out what power steering fluid we need. And over here we have our brake fluid. That's nice and topped off. You can see that very clearly here to the side. So we're good on that. I think we've drained enough down here on the funnel. We can take this out. We'll go ahead and get our cap put back on. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll start the engine for a minute, let it fill the oil filter, and then we'll check our oil level. Make sure we're at the appropriate level. So now that we've started the engine, let it run, fill the oil filter. We'll let it sit a minute. And then we will pull the dipstick and check our oil level. So the way that this engine's designed and the way you fill it, you're filling it here, but part of the way it drains back down the front. And the dipstick happens to be right where it drains. So you may have to wait several minutes before you stick your dipstick in to check your oil level. It might be deceiving. Once you waited long enough for that to drain down, you'll take your dipstick. You'll take your dipstick, drop it in, pull it out real quick. And we're looking for where it's solid. So you can see that it's slightly above the high line there. We might have overfilled it a little bit. We'll wait for this to drain down just a bit more. And we'll check it again. Okay, so we waited several minutes for this to drain down. Then pull this out. So we are definitely within range now. And we'll call this good. All right, so now that we've completed our oil change, go ahead and start our car here. Okay, so we'll use our navigation here. Our OK button or ups or downs over here. We're going to go to our settings. Go to our settings. We'll scroll down to our maintenance, oil and filter, and we will reset this. Yes, we will reset it. So there we go. We have reset our mileage. And then one thing I do so I can keep track when I get in the car is I will hit my trip reset. And this is because my daughter doesn't tell me when the oil needs changed. I will hit the trip reset, hold, and it resets that to 0 miles. Now I can kind of tell when she's been far enough because she won't remind me anything. There we go, 2015 Murano. This is pretty straightforward as far as the oil change. We got the oil filter changed, got the oil added. We went ahead and reset our mileage, and we're good to go. Thanks for watching Fix Dish. See you guys next time.